Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. Get ready, My Long Island TV starts now.
We have an opening reception for our two new exhibitions, Robert S. Newman's Ship to Paradise and Absorbed by Color, Art in the 20th Century. Robert Newman is a contemporary artist. He was an art teacher for many years at various Northeast colleges and settled in Massachusetts. This series of works is different from many of his other series of works, which are more abstract. These are representational in that you can identify what's in the paintings. You can see the ship, you can see cars, you can see sea creatures. The scale is fabulous, it's true, especially given that the works are so intricate and that there's so much to see in each of the works. And so they're on large sheets of paper and they require very close and careful, slow observation in order to really appreciate all that's in each of the images. So we have a display case that has some of the sketches where he worked out overall compositional ideas and that sort of thing, and those are on smaller sheets of paper, but the large sheets of paper, they make a huge impact. Robert Newman's art is completely, I think, independent of the major art movements of the second half of the 20th century. I think that he has a singular, unique vision in his use of color and composition. It enlivens the art for the museum visitors, actually, to have the artist here and the family here and to be able to relate to them, speak to them, and understand the works better.
My grandfather, August Heckscher, and Robert Newman both went up to Maine during the summertime. And so Augie had a printing press as sort of a hobby. And Robert Newman was sort of a summer artist up in Maine. And they had a good friendship. And so they collaborated on this. And then the families got to know each other. And over the years, we've stayed in touch. To see the actual results now on view being exhibited is really something quite compelling. And to watch what they were working towards all those years ago when I was running around really not grasping the importance. So it's good fun to think back towards those days.
I thought the direct connection with the Heckscher family was really interesting. When I found out about the Heckscher Museum, I just called Lisa straight away and said, you have to see this artist book that my father did with August Heckscher, who's the grandson of the founder of the museum. The series itself is so strong and so interesting that she was engaged just by looking at the artist's book and then tiny little JPEGs of the images, but knowing how strong that these images would be once they were in here 20 by 30 inches, not 4 by 6 inches. I didn't actually even play that many sports growing up. I mean, everybody sort of went to soccer and cross country or whatever. I took ceramics classes and drawing classes, and he would always critique my artwork for my art classes. I think he has taught me the beauty in artwork. So there could be a beauty in the use of line or the use of color or the way a sculptor sculpts a piece and the negative space. And I think I've learned that from him. The way that the show is laid out is just beautiful. And the Heckscher has just been such a pleasure to work with that it's just thrilling to see the final project.
Probably many factors coalesced in the Ship to Paradise, but certainly the emphasis on the ship and the sea would relate to his experiences in Maine, where shipbuilding and seafaring is so intrinsic to life there. The artwork in the Ship to Paradise series, I would say, is colorful and whimsical look at the human condition, focusing on man's quest and their preparedness for the quest.